Hello everybody, it's Sarah, and today I want to talk about something that I have mentioned a little bit on my other videos, but that I never have really talked about, and that is that I really enjoy reading mangas. And so I'm sitting here because right behind me I have all of my mangas. And the reason why I want to talk about this topic right now is because next week I am at the book convention in Leipzig, which is in Germany, and a huge part of the book convention is dedicated to mangas, and that is also part of the reason why I went there for the first time 6 years ago. And so what I want to do right now is just show you my favorite mangas. The genre that I reach for most when I buy mangas is shoujo, which is the cutesy contemporary of mangas. And this might seem a little bit strange because I have said before in my videos that when reading books, the genre that I never ever reach for. I have never reached for a cutesy contemporary book. And honestly, they don't interest me. I cannot really watch romance movies. Sometimes, like once, twice a year, I might feel like one, but not regularly. And yet, when it comes to mangas, I don't know why, I just love them. Let me start with the first manga that I ever read, and that is Vampire Game by Judal. And this is basically the story of a vampire king who was killed by a human king. And with his last breath, he swears that he's going to be reincarnated, and his reincarnation is going to kill the reincarnation of the human guy who killed him. And so it's just following the vampire king being reincarnated as a cat, and the princess who is a descendant of the human king and who helps the vampire king for some reason, because she thinks life is boring. Next is another manga that is not shoujo, and that is fantasy, and that is Grimm's Manga by Kei Ishiyama. It's just the most famous of Grimm's fairy tales, with a little twist. For example, Rapunzel is a guy. I think of all the mangas that I have ever read, this one has my favorite art style, and there are 2 volumes only, sadly. Next is another one of the first mangas that I have ever read, and that is Special A by Maki Minami. And this manga is also hilarious. Even though I read mostly shoujo, if I read shoujo, I tend to go more for the comedic part, like the rom-com part of shoujo mangas. And this definitely fits the description. It's about Hikari, who was never beaten in anything she ever did until one day she meets Takashima and he beats her. And so she swears that one day she is going to beat him. Next is a manga that is actually not a manga because it's by a Korean artist and they are called something else, but I can't pronounce that, so I'm going to say it's a manga. And that is Angel Diary, and the text is by Lee Yoon-hee. I don't know how to pronounce the name. And the drawings are by Kara. And this is about the princess of heaven who, well, she runs away to Earth because she doesn't want to marry the king of hell. And she's just funny, and it's just a whole lot of strange stuff. She falls in love along the way, and she has disguised herself as a boy because she looks more like a boy than a girl, and it's a whole lot of fun, a whole lot of confusion, and I just reread this month, so obviously I still love it. Next is also a shoujo manga, and that is Moekare by Go Ikeyamada, and this is about a girl who falls in love with a boy, and one day she is kissed by a boy who looks exactly like the guy she likes, but who actually is not the guy she likes. And again, a whole lot of confusion, a whole lot of fun, and I love it. The next manga I'm going to show you is actually quite well known, I think. At least the anime is, and that is Ouran High School Host Club. It's by Bisco Hattori. This is about a girl who has a scholarship at a school where only rich kids go, and she's very poor. And one day, in search of a room where she can study, she breaks a vase. And this vase belongs to the famous host club of the school. Because they think she is a boy, the guys from the host club tell her she has to now work in this host club to pay off the debts. Next is a manga that I don't have here with me, and it's called Lovely Complex. It's about a guy and a girl. The guy is very small and the girl is very tall, which for both of them is a problem, because that apparently is the reason why both of them can't find love. And the two of them at the beginning don't really like each other, and they are often mistaken as the comedic duo in their class. Lots of confusion, lots of laughter, I love it. The last manga I'm going to show you is my favorite manga of all time and will always be. And I have talked about this series at least once on my channel, and that is Switch Girl by Natsumi Aida. It's about a girl who actually is not very girly. She likes to do stuff that is actually quite disgusting. She runs around in old underwear at home in her pajamas and eats stuff that only grandpas eat. And yeah, because of that she was bullied a lot in middle school, and so when she comes to high school she decides that she is going to be the girliest girl that there ever was. Problem is, she is found out one day when a transfer student comes to her class. And again, lots of laughter, lots of confusion. I don't think I have ever read something that was this hilarious. I just love it so much. I love the main character Nika and just everything about this manga. So that was all the manga that I wanted to show you. Tell me if you read manga as well. Tell me what kinds of manga do you read. Tell me, do you want to get into manga? Can I give you some recommendations? Maybe you got some recommendations from the mangas that I just showed you and one of them interested you, and I hope I'll see you guys soon. Kiss kiss!